The Aspen 10 IoT Edge device makes it simple to connect a single sensor to CampbellCloud through a cell connection. In this case, I need to monitor the critical elevation of a retention basin. I'll be using the RangeVue sensor to measure the distance between the sensor and water surface to calculate depth. The RangeVue is useful in monitoring critical water elevations in retention and detention basins. This is the RangeVue along with the cable to connect it to the Aspen 10. Here is the equipment I'll need for installation. The Aspen 10, including zip ties and a 10-degree tilt spacer, a RangeVue sensor, a RangeVue mounting bracket, an Aspen 5-pin to 8-pin conversion cable, a mounting crossarm with vertical riser, 2 U-channel mounts with 2 mounting clamps and mounting hardware, an impact drill with masonry drill bit, a tape measure, a socket wrench set, and an open wrench set. First, I need to mount the RangeVue on the mounting crossarm. Begin by sliding the mounting bracket onto the end of the mounting crossarm. Align the bracket so the vertical riser is perpendicular to the flat surface of the mounting bracket. Fully tighten the bracket onto the crossarm. Completely loosen the mounting nut on the cable end of the RangeVue. Slide the RangeVue cable through the gap at the end of the bracket, and insert the threaded end of the RangeVue into the hole in the bracket with the RangeVue pointing down. Next, fully tighten the mounting nut. Now I'm ready to move to the installation site. I've already drilled and installed the anchor bolts for my 2 U-channel mounts. If space permits, have a second person assist during the following steps. Place a U-channel mount over each pair of anchor bolts. Place a washer and nut over each anchor bolt and fully tighten the nuts. Set the crossarm on top of the U-channel mounts so the vertical riser is centered between the 2 U-channel mounts. Place a mounting clamp over the crossarm and slide the tabs on the clamp into the U-channel mount. Center the crossarm. Attach the second mounting clamp over the crossarm on the other side of the riser. It may be helpful to remove the bolt securing the 2 clamp pieces together when attaching the clamp, then reconnecting the 2 clamp pieces by reinstalling the bolt. Ensure the RangeVue and riser are vertical, then fully tighten both clamps. Remove the Aspen 10 from its packaging, making sure to save the zip ties from the package. These will be needed to secure the Aspen 10 to the crossarm. Remove the cable from its packaging. Attach the cable from the RangeVue to the 5-pin end of the conversion cable. Align the notch in the cable ends so the pins align, then press the cables together. Finger tighten the cable to ensure it doesn't come loose. Attach the other end of the conversion cable to the Aspen 10 in the same manner. Mount the Aspen 10 to the vertical riser using 2 zip ties. Orient the Aspen 10 to receive the maximum sunlight for the solar panel. In this case, I will position the Aspen 10 at 237 degrees. A 10-degree tilt spacer is included to change the angle of the Aspen 10 solar panel if needed for better solar power generation. Use a 3rd zip tie to anchor the cable connecting the RangeVue to the Aspen 10 to the crossarm. And that's it for installation. Now it's time to get the RangeVue connected to my network. I use the CampbellGo app on my phone to do this. Once CampbellGo is going, tap Connect. Now tap NFC Tap, touch here to begin. The screen says Ready to Scan. Hold the phone close to the side of the Aspen 10 until a blue checkmark appears. CampbellGo is now connected to the sensor. The status screen appears. As different functions are updated, they will change from a spinning yellow circle to a green checkmark. Now tap on Live Data. The screen is now showing me calculated stage distance and distance to my RangeVue to the water surface in meters, along with signal quality in decibels. There are two things I want to change on my display. First, I want to use imperial units of measurement for my water depth, not metric. Second, I know my retention basin isn't over 300 meters deep. I need to tell the Aspen 10 the actual depth of the water to accurately calculate the stage measurement. I'll take care of the units of measurement first. Tap Observations. I need to select the public table to change the units of measurement. Tap Public, followed by Apply. Locate the entry called Display Imperial Units. It's currently set to false. I need to change that to true. To do that, tap on the circled pencil to the right. Now I can set the value to true to show imperial units. Tap Apply. The recipe for the RangeVue is now recompiling. This takes a moment. I may see NaN results for not a number appear while this is happening. That's fine. It will read normal when it performs the next scan. There it goes. Now I'm seeing feet and Fahrenheit degrees instead of metric units. My stage value is still off, so I'll take care of that next. I need to measure the depth of the water directly below the RangeVue. Refer to a staff gauge to see the current water depth. If a staff gauge isn't present, use a metal tape measure to take this measurement. Back in CampbellGo, tap the circled pencil next to Target Stage. Enter in the measured water depth in decimal feet. 6 feet 3 inches becomes 6.25 feet. The target stage now shows 6.25 feet. At the next scan, the target stage is applied to the stage value, which now shows 6.25 feet. The target stage returns to negative 9,999 to indicate it is not active. The Aspen 10 is now set up to record and send data to CampbellCloud, where I can view the data and take any action that's needed. See Viewing Historical Data in CampbellCloud using Data Explorer to learn how to view the data collected by the RangeVue in CampbellCloud.